Biafra, no dialogue until Nnamdi Kanu is released, IPOP leader's lawyer tells Buhari. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. Ejimako's comment is coming at a time the President Muhammadu Buhari's regime hinted at the possibility of a political solution to Kanu's issue. Now the news in detail. Aloy Ejimako, lawyer to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has said that there will be no dialogue with the Nigerian government except the separatist leader regains his freedom. In a series of tweets on Friday, Ejimako stated how former South African President Nelson Mandela was released from prison before apartheid ended. According to Ejimako update, today, I had a visitation with Onyendo in the company of my colleague, Barrister Ejiofor, and his brother, Prince Ima Kanu. Our discussion centered primarily on the unfortunate episode in court yesterday and the next course of action. Stay tuned for the details. Dialogue. Nobody can initiate a dialogue until Onyendo Kanu is released. This must be the first step because it is only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that has the virus to lead any dialogue. The release of Mandela from prison was the first step in the dialogue that led to ending the apartheid in South Africa. Ejimako's comment is coming at a time the President Muhammadu Buhari's regime hinted at the possibility of a political solution to Kanu's case. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, recently, during an interview, said a political solution on Kanu and Yoruba Nation activist Sunday Igboho's case had not been ruled out and could still happen. He said the government was open to all kinds of consideration as part of efforts to resolve the crisis surrounding separatist agitations around the country. Kanu's next hearing in court comes up on 19th and 20th of January 2022. Now, of course, one will agree with me that this is the right way to go. Like, you cannot have someone in prison and you're calling for dialogue, and not just anyone. You cannot have their member in prison and you are saying who do you want to talk to? I mean, their leader in prison, not even their member. Their leader, the said leader of the indigenous people of Biafra or the said leader of the Yoruba Nation, and you said you want to discuss with them or you want a dialogue with them. Who is going to represent them? These people represent them. This man represents, anywhere you see his name, it is Biafra attached, the indigenous people of Biafra attached. The same way when you call Sunday Adeyemo, what comes to mind is, the leader of the Yoruba activists, Yoruba Nation group. So I think the way to go and the first step to any dialogue is to ensuring these people are released unconditionally. They also have members, so the public also knows they have members who are also in custody. But the first step will be to release the leader. Then after that, then you can work out releasing on those other ones. Of course, that is the first step. Without that, no matter how you call for dialogue, it will not. That means you do not even want a dialogue. QED. That's the truth. So you're calling for dialogue. You should go. You go with it the right way. Want to dialogue, you go. And there is no time. Why I'm saying, and I keep repeating that there is no time, is these people, their minds get hardened on a daily basis. They hear the news, they hear how people are continually being marginalized, oppressed, and intimidated. Even the issue in court, how the court is handling the issue, how lawyers, and people who go for the hearing and the court trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how they're treated. These people are hardened. So please, the earlier, the better. And of course, it should be done the right way and in the right manner. How do you negotiate without the leader? Are they going to DSS compound to negotiate? Let it come out plain. Exactly what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. First thing must come first, which is his unconditional release. Then any other dialogue can follow because he, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will lead the dialogue. Okay, well, the truth of the matter is it is not just the the way to go, but it is the right way to go. I mean, if you want to do something, anything that is whatever is worth doing well. So you come out and you release him unconditionally, then the dialogue now sets, and then from the dialogue you cannot transition to, amending the constitution, restructuring, knowing if this constitution will be thrown aside, and of course a new one that represents the will of the people, it's going to be, written again. Okay. I doubt Buhari will ever want to negotiate with the indigenous people of Biafra. I do not see the possibility of Kanu getting freedom under Buhari regime. Even if Buhari decides to free Kanu, he will never free him unconditionally, the way IPOB is requesting. Let us tell ourselves the truth. But while we hope for a miracle, ask yourself, does it mean that without Kanu, IPOB cannot go ahead with this struggle? Is this Biafran struggle by the indigenous people of Biafra all about one man, Kanu? What is the way forward should Buhari decide to keep Kanu in jail for a long time? It is time IPOB consider joining Nigerian politics going forward. Well, that's your take. Those people don't want to hear anything about Nigerian politics. They say they're not interested. They have made it clear that they're not interested. The truth, but I think they can go on. In fact, let me even say something. The Nigerian government has realized that it is even when this particular man has been caught, it is when this man has been caught, that is when people even, these people, his followers, all went loose. All hell was set loose. Yes, it is in fact those people, it is their motivation. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I guess I am. It is these people motivation. It is like you're holding our leader, you have to bring him out, and then the sit at home came out. Then before people started hijacking it, because of course IPOB have come out and said they are not among those that harass people back into their houses. Okay. He must be released unconditionally. Self-determination is not a crime at all. It is not a crime. Even Buhari himself knows that one Nigeria is not working. Okay. To dialogue, you must release Nnamdi Kanu and dialogue with him. All this backyard movement would not work. Okay. You cannot dialogue with a man in chain because whatever he does is under duress. Free Nnamdi Kanu and then address his demands for the people served by him. You renditioned the IPOB leader with the negative intent of forcing him into your capitulation. No, he's not your average Igbo man. Free Nnamdi Kanu and get his demands out of chains and psychological torture. Until then, no dialogue. Okay, on those notes, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.